when I was
unlock my
practicing.
locker.
I was
So I tried to jump up on the stage.
Somehow I couldn't
And
do
then you
it.
watch it way down
It's not I was like lying.
All of freshman year, probably.
They called my freshman year locker number for swag bag, and I went up, and it wasn't actually me, and I was like really excited. So yeah.
I was like, wait, you're not in this final, and it had already started. So like, I got up with everyone there, walked out, like ran to the gym, and I was like, it was like everyone was laughing, and it was bad. And then so I go to the gym, I walk into the gym, sit down in the gym, and I find out then that it's not in the gym.
Definitely being called out in front of the whole school during the Shakespeare assembly and having to say that tragedies were bad.
I saw John Anderson tying a shoe on the ground on the floor of the bathroom, and I thought he was my friend Lucas Babs, so I pushed him over, and he stood up and kind of yelled at me, and I got really scared and ran away, and then I never talked to him for the rest of the 4 years.
My most embarrassing moment was freshman orientation when I made a really bad joke about being a curler and no one got it.
One time I was walking out of the library building and I tripped and I fell on my face, and then I picked myself up and I got up and I saw that my brother and all of his friends had seen me fall down, and I ripped my tights.
Spilling a whole tray of cafeteria food all over myself in front of the senior section.
A woman in the front row, she said it pretty loud because I could hear it over my singing. She said, "Wow, he's really sweating up there." I just remember like that just made me more self-conscious, more nervous, and I just kept sweating. I was like, "Oh God, just make it stop."
And I was running from, I think, the CAF to the library, and I slipped and fell on my face in front of the entire school.
I tripped falling up the stairs, and there were a bunch of senior boys who passed me, and they all laughed at me.
My most embarrassing moment is always getting confused with Ava Laxo because of my long blonde hair. Always.
Through the CAF past the senior section, and I slipped in front of all the seniors as a freshman.
And so I was watching the prom mask as I walked through the door, but it wasn't actually the door. It turns out it was a glass window, and so I just walked right into it, and luckily no one saw, but it was still really embarrassing.
I tripped and accidentally scored an own goal, so that was pretty embarrassing.
And he happened to pass me the ball when I wasn't looking, and just hit me straight in the face, right in front of the whole entire audience. That was pretty embarrassing.
So I jumped out of bed, rushed to school, just threw all my clothes on in a couple minutes, and I showed up. I managed to miss the first 3 classes of school.
We had to do this Disney medley, and we had to do this dance and wear these Mickey Mouse ears, and it was very humiliating for me. It was probably my entire freshman year because I wore pretty much the same outfit every day, which comprised of a bow in my hair, the Lick-Wilmerding sweater, Old Navy leggings, and Uggs.
As I get to the finish line, my eyes roll back in my head and I pass out like this, and 2 people have to come and catch me and carry me off of the screen, and I ended up going to the medical tent.
One time I was walking through the courtyard, and a pair of underwear fell out of the leg of my pants.
Freshman year,
My best friend Charlie and I
needed pants for D&T, so I grabbed my friend Michael.
and I had jeans.
I had shorts, and so we started changing kind of out in the open of the bathroom.
And we have 5 minutes, so we're kind of rushed.
So I just pulled down my shorts, so I'm straight in boxers. Michael is just getting him down by his knees.
A senior who at the time was very big and very scary, walks in, just kind of looks at us.
And we're just I have my pants, and I'm handing it to Michael, and the door opens, and
And he just there's just silence, and he just stares, and he's like.
And the senior's just
I'm gonna walk away.
And backs out, closes the door. Yeah, I don't remember much after that. I must have blacked out.
So what's your most embarrassing moment?
Probably this video.
I'm really gonna miss the people. I love how everyone here has a different story and multiple talents and all these different layers to them, and I think I'm really gonna miss that feel.
I will miss the hyphen the most, as well as all my friends, but I'm really gonna miss the hyphen.
I'm going to miss the sense of community at Lick because I don't think I'm ever going to find a place where teachers care a lot about each and every student and about what they do, or an environment where students love to collaborate with each other to the extent that they do.
Riding BART home at the end of the day with all my friends.
It's definitely the community, like very tight-knit people, or like circle of friends at Lick, and all the teachers and staff have just been amazing.
I'm probably going to miss most the community and how close I felt to both all my fellow students, but also my teachers and the adults and community.
After like 4 years of being here, I'm still like really close with everyone, and no longer don't have any like hatreds for anyone. Everyone's still close and friends.
The LaCroix and the CAF.
I'm definitely going to miss like the faculty and staff, teachers too. Very supportive and always there.
When our school spirit actually comes out at Oracle, you don't see it a lot at a lot of games, but at Oracle it's really fun when everyone gets super into it, and we always have a great time.
I'm going to miss being able to walk down the hallway and see all these familiar faces and smiles, and I'm going to miss being able to say that I know you as a person.
I think what I'll miss most is definitely my friends, just because I've built close relationships with them. And then also playing for the baseball team here has been something that's kind of been my favorite part of Lick, just because it's my favorite sport.
I mean, what I'm going to miss most is probably going to be my friends. I think that's a very obvious answer, and an answer that a lot of people give, but they're a huge part of my life, and I'm really going to miss a lot of them because most of them are going very far away.
I think there's a lot of really special people here, and I don't know. That's one of my favorite things about Lick, and then also the shops. Even though I haven't taken advantage of those as much as I have wanted to, I think that's like an opportunity I might not get somewhere else.
What I'd miss most is the teachers and the faculty. Over the years, I've grown really close to them, so a lot of people like Lisa Wu and like Mr. Kang and people that I talk to on the daily basis.
Probably the horrible Wi-Fi.
I think I'll just miss the people and the friends that I've made and the community here. It's something that I think just the whole group in our grade is really special, and I'm going to miss those people.
Like you can always go up to someone and talk to them, and you don't have to be their best friend, but you guys can like still have a good conversation.
All the impromptu trips to Beeps and Whole Foods, and when we had Yogurtland nearby, just with whoever I could find around the school that wanted to get food.
I'll miss being able to go into the Lick shops basically during my freeze, just building whenever I want.
I'll miss the really accommodating atmosphere and how flexible a lot of my teachers are.
How much there is to offer and how many different ideas and different people there are, and the opportunities that we get, because I know that you can't get a lot of those opportunities in other places.
I'll miss the campus, my closest friends, the teachers, just seeing everyone around, and yeah, the warm weather, and also the photography room. I like Mr. Sanborn.
Being able to see my friends every day and being able to share the experiences that I've had here with the people I love most.
I will miss the kids.
Definitely the pesto pasta. I had some good times with it.
I will miss my cross-country team the most.
Tell me why.
Because I love them.
As long as I'm not remembered as the hat guy anymore, I think I'll be good.
I think it'd just sort of be pretty cool to just sort of be remembered. Much better than just getting forgotten, I think. I don't really care how they remember me, as long as they know who I am.
No matter what, I want to be remembered as someone who is very independent, I guess, and just doesn't really care what other people say about me or what other people think about me.
I'd like to be remembered as someone who always pursued her passions regardless of what anyone else thought.
I think it would be great if my classmates remembered me as someone who, I don't know, made them smile
but I'd like to be remembered as someone who was nice, who was helpful, who was fun, and told corny jokes.
I mean, this is really all I do. Listen to me spitting and then rewind it and twist back. Chilling at Lick-Wilmerding on a mission to get that. Spit that, ish that, make 'em wanna quit rap. Listen for a minute, then switch it up and just kick back. Goddamn, from Panama to Japan, I'm about to take a stand. The fans saying I can. Candles burn, I handle words like Edgar Allan Poe did. Slamming with the stanza, I'm dancing on it like showbiz. Ah.
I think my greatest achievement at Lick was building the lamp freshman year. It seems like a small thing, but I was really, really scared of all the wood, like giant saws and the metal blades, and I had no idea what was going on half the time.
Winning a championship with the baseball team and having been a part of very successful soccer teams the past 3 years.
Something I'm really proud of is starting a Bible study club at Lick.
Was inventing the bacon avocado bagel.
It's probably my academic record. I'm really proud of the hard work I did and all the things I've learned throughout my 4 years.
When I built my chair in woodshop and I sat on it and it didn't break, I was very proud of that.
Is winning the swag bag.
Being on Latinos Unidos e-board for 2 years.
My greatest achievement would probably be being able to balance the shop classes that I took and the academic schedule.
Convincing everyone I have an identical twin.
My greatest achievement at Lick would have to be this year. I was accepted into San Jose State, and I committed to play baseball there.
Organizing Girl Talk.
Surviving pre-calc honors with Miss V. Making NCS as a freshman in swimming, and I was the first female to make NCS in an individual event in recent Lick history.
My greatest achievement at Lick-Wilmerding was having the one act I wrote produced last year.
My greatest achievement was winning BCLs with the tennis team. Directing a play this year during the One Acts Festival.
I think my greatest achievement was winning the basketball championship my senior year for the BCL West.
We had our lacrosse game against Urban High School, and in my 4 years of being here, we hadn't beat them yet.
And so this was like kind of my last chance to really stick it to them and beat them.
And we played the best game I've ever seen us play.
We had a great team win. It was amazing. It was by far the best lacrosse game I've ever participated in. It was a lot of fun. It was like quintessential Lick moment. Yeah.
Founding the beekeeping club, getting bees on campus.
2-year basketball champions for girls varsity basketball. Discovering like how I like work and like study and also what I'm interested in. So something like in the health field, and I don't think I would have been able to discover that if I hadn't like taken the classes that I did here.
My greatest achievement at Lick is probably submitting to LitMag this year, just because I didn't really know I would ever be interested in English or want to be a writer or pursue that later on.
I think completing the architecture course, I know it's one of the hardest courses here, or elective courses at least, that Lick offers. And I think just going through the experience has been super fun, and also a great learning experience too. I've had a greater appreciation for the profession itself and also the people I've gotten to meet, especially in my class too. I think it was a really great bonding experience as well.
The work that I've done for the literary magazine, I'm just really proud of the photos that have gotten published, and also this year I wrote this story about how I used to wear sweatpants from Mervyn's every day in middle school.
Getting through Spanish 3H with Osipova, that was really difficult.
Getting the chance to be a dance mama with Michelle Soledad and really getting the chance to take dance to another level and see where I can go in terms of leadership.
My greatest accomplishment was sophomore year when Zoe and I started the Hyphen.
Doing Oracle, like doing the halftime shows 3 times.
Private skills for public purpose class. Just because going in my sophomore year, I really didn't want to take the class. I was afraid of the workshop. But like just hearing about what the class actually meant and what the class actually did, like it was, I just got a lot of it out of it, and I was able to fulfill that passion of trying to help other students that came from like same backgrounds as me, like in public school systems, and
being happy with whatever you're doing, whatever life throws at you, and whatever you end up doing after Lick and after college, just as long as you're doing what makes you happy. I think that's the best advice that I've heard.
To really be grateful for all the friends that I have and for all the people that I get to talk to, because we are so lucky to be in such a warm and welcoming environment at Lick, and pretty accepting, and we don't get that all over the country.
Things may look identical on the outside, but may be entirely different inside.
Definitely like being open-minded and being accepting of other people's opinions, but at the same time also questioning the world around you.
Approach a situation from multiple perspectives and just be open-minded and be open to new ideas.
Don't take yourself too seriously. I've learned to kind of have fun with things and not worry too much.
To try to remove all the internal judgments and all these internal barriers that prevent you from seeing other people for who they are.
I think the most important thing that I learned was that you should treat conversations not as arguments, but as, you know, a collective quest to figure out what's true.
Mostly, I just want to be satisfied, not regretful.
I want to be like respected. Like, I want people like say my name and be like, oh, like Angela, like she's like tough, like she knows her stuff.
Hopefully I'll be in a job that I really love. I'll own at least one dog, and hopefully I'll be living by a beach and eating really good food every day. I'll be living on a large plot of land somewhere secluded with like many a dog, and you know, probably my best friend will live there also, and we'll be making art by day and running in the fields at night.
I'd say, like, ultimately in 20 years, I'd see myself in a position that's in a political institution or government or office, and that may be a lawyer or a U.S. lawmaker. But
I'd love to be running a football franchise as a GM. That's like my dream job.
I've always wanted to be a fireman, just because I've always wanted to help people. I've always been that type of person, and fireman just seems like it takes a lot of courage to do, but I think I would be good at. So.
Hopefully in 20 years, I'm teaching at a school similar to Lick.
Back in the Bay Area. In 20 years, I hope I will be a successful film director and a pioneer in the upcoming world of virtual reality and filmmaking.
I'm not sure, but hopefully I'll be abroad playing music. So I see myself in San Francisco, possibly deciding whether to send my own kids to Lick-Wilmerding.
Something that I've noticed about my grade is that we are pretty socially aware, and we work, I think, to try and fix problems that we see in our communities, whether that is just like within our class as a whole or like in the greater Lick community or even looking outwards.
There is hope for our grade, and I know that other grades don't think that sometimes, or other people. I really think that there's hope for us.
I definitely want to see all you guys, you know, succeed. And I can see that happening. There's definitely a lot of like strong-willed people here that know how to take care of business.
I'd be astonished if we didn't make a difference in this world.
I would see most of us doing pretty cutting edge, I don't know, whether it's like research, like innovation. I would see us going pretty far.
I actually like thought about that like at the beginning this year when we were all on the senior retreat, and I was just looking around and I was just like Jesus Christ, like all these kids are like so smart and like I've like basically been in class with everybody, and like everyone's super like well spoken, and they like can talk about their ideas like seamlessly. And
like especially now since we're all like finding out where we're going to college and everyone's getting so excited about what they're going to do in the future, that's like really exciting knowing that like my classmates are doing really amazing things.
I feel like that's what a lot of people in our class kind of just primarily care about, is just, you know, being comfortable and happy, you know, with how they feel about, you know, their lives and where they are.
I mean, I hope everyone, you know, finds what they are interested in and want to do and can find happiness doing that. And I mean, I know everyone's going to go and do some amazing things, so I really want to know what people end up in, you know, 10 or 20 years.
I see a class of socially conscious people entering a place that are entering like states and countries that aren't always socially conscious.
All of us have such a unique perspective, and I think like learning about each other and interacting with each other is really going to help us when we move into the future. I know it's going to help me. I know I've learned so much from my peers, and it just makes me excited and like feel really prepared for what comes next.
I think our class is going to do amazing. I think that everyone in our class has super distinct personalities and strengths, so I think that I see our class being super successful in a ton of different ways.
I don't know, I guess we're going to do really well. I think we have a lot of talented people. I don't know, maybe ISM's going to be the next big thing. Who knows?
I think the future for the class as a whole is bright as long as it's the work ethic of junior year and maybe not second semester senior year.
Just knowing that just for this moment, for these 4 years, we've been together all in this one place, and now we're just going to spread all around the world. And there's something really nice about that, just knowing we've had our time together and now it's going to be our time to go separate ways and accomplish really great things on our own.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all